I'm Mia.
And I'm Namo. We are going to be interviewing the Children and Young People's Commissioner Scotland.
We're going to be finding out what they've really been doing this year.
Follow us!
Who are you, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name's Tam Bailey and my title's the Children and Young People's Commissioner for Scotland.
The Commissioner's job is to safeguard and promote our rights. And in this past year, the Commissioner's office was extremely busy working towards this.
We are all born with rights and no one can take them away.
They are written down in the international law called the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child.
It covers everything from our right to education to the right to be heard,
as well as our right to a decent standing of living,
and to keep things private, and the right to be treated fairly regardless of who you are and what you believe in.
What is the most important thing you do that you've done this year?
Well, there's quite a lot of big things happening this year. So one of the big things is that this is what's called the reporting year for the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child.
They went to Geneva along with other commissioners from across the UK to report to the UN committee
on how well the UK government is doing in safeguarding and promoting our rights.
That report will help government to improve our rights in the correct areas.
I went with a group of other young people and not so young people to Geneva this year and last year to speak to the UN about children's rights.
When you were reporting, were you excited or nervous?
I was excited and nervous, I think, because the way that it's set up is that there's a table in the middle where people who are getting questioned are for the pre-sessional, and the committee sit round the sides, so you're completely surrounded by all these different people, and so it's really nerve-wracking. But when you start speaking, it's not as scary anymore, and you just want to tell people what you think.
In Scotland, a child can be held criminally responsible at the age of 8.
That's how old I am. This is the lowest age of criminal responsibility in Europe. I'm 8. What would happen if I broke the law?
If they found that you had done something wrong or you admitted to having done something wrong, then you might end up with a criminal record. And that can stay with you for a long time, so it might stop you getting the job that you want when you're older, or it might make it more difficult for you to get into college or university. And we think part of the problem is that children who are aged 8 to 11 really just don't realise that at the time. So something that they did that might have been quite a small incident can stay with them for a much longer time than is necessary. So what we've said is that that's unfair, and we think that all children under the age of 12 shouldn't ever be found guilty of an offence.
This year, along with others, the Commissioner's office worked with the government to make big progress in having this law changed. This hasn't happened yet, but they think it will be increased to at least 12.
What are the 7 golden rules?
The 7 golden rules are a resource that we've made, and the resource is for adults, and it helps adults think about what children and young people might need from participation.
What is new about the rules?
This year we worked with an illustrator to create all new pictures for each of the golden rules, and it was a really exciting project to work on.
These are only a few things that the Commissioner's office worked on in the past year.
To find out more what else they have done, and to find out more information about our rights, please go to
www.cypcs.org.uk.
This has been great today. It's been really good.
One last question.
Yeah.
Do you snore?
Yes, I snore terribly.